Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leora and I'm so glad you found me. Okay, so today we're going to talk again about makeup releases, and there is not that much this week. At least not that much that I can mention, because there actually have been a couple releases from brands that I'm not mentioning on my channel, and that annoys me so much because their releases have been really beautiful. So that's sad, because I really would like to talk about them, but I can't. So we're left with the rest, and that's okay. Okay, it's just makeup, it's nothing to be stressed out about, so you know. Alright, so I gathered a few things on Instagram, and of course I'm leaving all my sources and everything in the description box for you to check out. And let's go ahead and start. Okay, I'm just gonna move to the side again, like always. Alright, so let's start with this. So this is Natasha Denona, and okay, so this is not for me, obviously, not for the price that is like $129, and not for the color scheme, but I know that there will be a lot of people who will actually like this a lot. And I saw the comments that were posted under Natasha Denona's post, this post, and there were people who said, I ordered this already before I even knew how it looks. So people are crazy for this, you know. It's called the Bebop Palette. I personally don't know what Viva stands for. I saw someone explaining it. I forgot what it was, so I guess it wasn't that important. But yeah, so I don't think that this is anything super special or out of the ordinary, but maybe that's exactly what she's going for. This is a palette that can carry you through your whole life, you know. This is what most people do with their eyes, and that's fine. So that's Natasha Denona for you. Not for me, but yeah, it's way too expensive, you know. A palette like this, I don't know, I personally would rather spend a third of the money on a palette now, and then in 3 months when there is another amazing thing coming out, then spend another $30 or $40 on that, so I have variety. But with this palette, I would not be allowed to have any more makeup for like 2 years. So I can't have that, you know. I'm too passionate about colors and about makeup than to just have one thing and that's it. But there are a lot of people who are totally fine with that, so that's for them. And then there is something that I actually tried to talk about last time, but I got it a little bit mixed up, and one of you actually corrected me in the comment section when I spoke. Was it Touch of Glam? No, it was... No, now I don't even remember what I said wrong. I think it was Touch of Glam, or I don't know what I really said, but I meant to say Glam Light, and I said it about a different brand, which ended up not being true. Anyway, so Glam Light is coming out with this, the Viva Taco palette. Alright, so last time I already spoke about like burgers palettes and stuff like that, so this is Glam Light. You know, that's what I meant last week, and now we have the picture of this, and this hurts me physically. And you know what? I saw other YouTubers say that they're actually intrigued, and they're actually, you know, they like a good taco, and yeah, okay, have a taco, but like keep your makeup to makeup. I don't know. Yes, new concepts and new ideas and all of that. Yes. But do we have to go into food? Can we get our inspiration from somewhere else? Or I don't know. Or do it, but just keep the palette plain and just name the shades according to food. You know, whatever. For example, what I would love to see is a palette with the names according to butterflies. You know, different species of butterflies that are super colorful, and then just choose that. You know, there is so much in nature that we can just grab it. And okay, so food is also nature of some sorts, especially, well, I'm not into processed foods, so I don't consider that even food. I can consider food that is raw. Like I'm basically mostly on a raw food diet, but so I don't know. Am I rambling too much about this? It's just that I cannot understand why this is even successful, like the pizza palette and the burger palette and this palette now, and I don't know. I wonder how it looks inside. If the colors are really vibrant, like for example the green of the avocado and the red of the dip or the whatever, so that could be nice, you know. But who wants a palette like this? I mean, how do you store that? Like, it's so nice to have normal size palettes or like just square palettes. For me personally, it's just, it makes life so much easier, you know, to store them into everything. I don't like this at all. It's not for me, but yeah. Anyway, so there we go with the burger palette. I also wanted to show you this one. I don't know, have we seen? No, we haven't seen the inside yet. While I'm filming this, we haven't seen the inside, just like a little tiny sneak peek at the bottom there. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Glamlight, I don't know. I heard that they have a good good formula and the shades themselves are nice. And okay, so that's where they want to go. I am not going with them. Alright, so there we have Colorpop, and this is the, what's it called? The Sweet Talk palette. It's available and it costs $18, and it is actually the first real palette that I see this year that is in the color scheme of the color of the year, which is coral. So this is nice for a person who loves neutral looks, because this is really neutral without being too brown, which is nice. I really like that. I personally, for me, I don't need this. I think I could do all of those shades with other palettes, but I do think it's a lovely palette. You know, for the right person, it would make a really lovely palette. Alright, the next thing is Sarris Cosmetics, and I have heard now that Sarris Cosmetics has a very good formula. And who was that? Was it Angelica? I don't remember who said that. I almost think it was her. Anyway, so they're coming out with the Culture Shook palette. And it looks like this. Okay, so it is sort of a like a half colorful and half neutral palette, which a lot of brands are doing now, and that's fine. It gives a lot of people a lot of options, which is good. I personally do not like the color scheme too much. It is not special enough for me. I don't know, the more time goes on and the more releases are being released, things are being released, I think I myself am getting a little bit more picky about what I like. Like, if I were to order something, it would have to be super special, and this is not. You know, it is nice. Wait, I just lost my page. It is nice enough, but it is nice and not nice enough for me to spend money on. Where am I? Wait, here. Alright, so it's not for me. It's not special enough for me to buy this, but I wanted to show you. Do I know anything about this? I only know it's coming early April. And that's all I know. I have no price yet and nothing, but I heard that the formula is really good. So if you want to try this out and this speaks to you, there are very nice shades in that palette. I just wouldn't buy the whole palette for the like 3 shades that I really would like. So that's my only issue with this. So just saying, if you like this, then yay. Okay. Alright, the next thing is, wait, I was so intrigued by this, honestly. That was from Kylie Cosmetics, and she's launching 28 new matte and shimmer shades. Alright, so and it looks like this, and it actually not that this is super special, but I think for Kylie Cosmetics, I almost want to applaud her, you know, because this doesn't look even bad. I would never even have considered buying anything from Kylie Cosmetics, but for example, the yellow shimmer there on the left side, and okay, this is about it. Maybe the coral that is in the same row just on the other side, that also looks really nice. But for that reason, it's singles, you know, so you can pick and choose whatever you want, and I think that's nice, you know. Gives you a nice variety. Also, you know what, the dark blue that is in the top right, no, in the bottom right corner, I don't know if it comes across on the screen now, that how pretty it is really pretty. So yeah, there you go. All right, next thing up is JLF Cosmetics. I have absolutely no idea, never heard about this, and I'm not showing this to you because I think this is super pretty or super special. I just wanted to show you this. Okay, so let me just check. Wait, Princess Ayiti palette. I have no idea who that is. If that is like a real person that used, like a historic person, or if it's a made-up person. The palette is basically, again, a half neutral and half, I don't know, you know what, are these, wait, let me zoom in. What is this? I'm not sure if those squares on the bottom are, if that is like powder makeup, or is it, I don't know, I'm not sure if that is eyeshadows. But in any case, you can always use everything for everything. I mean, you can use a dark bronzer for eyeshadow, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, so this is the palette, and I don't think it is super special. But I wanted to talk about this JLF Cosmetics because I haven't mentioned that before, and I just want to, you know, build my own treasure box of brands here on my channel. So I wonder what they're gonna come out with still. They have quite a big following on social media, so maybe I'm missing something. Alright, so that's their palette, and we shall see what else they come up with. So then there is this palette, and this is from Brand Beauty, and it's called the Tempting palette. So this is pretty. It's nothing new, nothing exceptional, but I think it is pretty. I wouldn't buy it because I have all those shades in other palettes, but it retails for $12.50, and I think it is pretty for someone who starts out and who doesn't have anything. I don't know anything about the quality of the shades, but I think this looks really, really pretty. So just saying, this is from Trend Beauty. It's all going to be in the description box anyway. So then I wanted to talk about this one, and this is from Emby Boutique, and I must say I have a very, very special bond developing with Emby Boutique because Monique, the owner, or the one who is making those shades, she is probably the nicest person I know. Like, not that I know, because I don't know her, but we have written back and forth a couple of times, and I have nobody, like no brand writing to me, you know. So this is really, really nice, and I wanted to show you this because she has on her Instagram, which I'm inviting you to check out, because she has now for St. Patrick's Day, she had all these different greens, and this is one of them that especially spoke to me. That's the Bronze Age. Is it Bronze Age? Yes, it's Bronze Age shade. This is like an olive green with a big strong hint of gold, and this is so regal. I love this, and she has a lot more, and apparently they all come also in a palette, like a ready palette. So this is lovely, and I just want to support Emby Boutique also because she's amazing, and she is just such a, I don't know, I love this, you know, when people are so nice without being like, why does she need to talk to me, you know, or write to me? She doesn't have to, but she does. I mean, I'm on social media, I'm a nobody. I have like 600 what followers here, which is nothing, you know. Not that you're nothing, you're everything, but in the social media world, this is nothing, you know. She wouldn't even need to care what I'm doing here, but she does. So that is really, really lovely, and I send all my blessings to you, Monique. All right, so then there was something that I really, really liked also, and that is from Conjure Cosmetics, and they're coming out with 24 new lipsticks, and they look like this, and they are lovely. I mean, all of those shades. I have said it before, I've never had like a blue or a teal or a green lipstick ever in my life, but I love this. And you know, I'm getting into this velvety matte formula a lot. I'm wearing one today, and I also the first row, you know, the first row with all those neutrals. I don't know what it is about neutral lips that so calls me. I love this bad. Like, this is a very, very good release. Conjure Cosmetics, do I have any price? Wow, you can get 40% off if you use the code IndieMode. IndieMood. The Indie Mode. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I know. Okay, so then there is Blush Tribe, and they just came out, and I've told you last time already that I'm living my best life now with the St. Patrick's Day releases. So these are 4 loose pigments from Blush Tribe, and they're Virgin Mojito, Fern, Sage, and Pine, and they are so pretty. And now in a later picture, wait, I'm gonna show you. They added also in the neon green, and they were asking if people would want this as a bundle, and yes, please. This is pretty. Oh, I love greens like nothing else. This is by far my most feel-good color in the whole world. It's not my favorite color as a color. That would totally be fuchsia, but you know what, maybe fuchsia has to share the throne, because greens in general are such a good color. Like for the human race, it's a good color for everybody, I would say. Anyway, let me go back to my page if I can find it. All right, next thing was from BH Cosmetics, and they have released comfort lipsticks, 14 shades of cashmere. Wait, what are they writing here? Lightweight, smooth, comfortable, cashmere, creamy, moussey texture for $6.50. And I thought those shades were very pretty, and I do like the creamy formula. I have no problem having that formula on my lips. A lot of people, not a lot, I don't know, some people don't like that when it stays creamy and doesn't dry down completely. I have no problem with that. So and I do really like the colors, so very pretty. And that's BH Cosmetics. Then we have, and I think we're almost done already, because there is not that much this week that I would have liked. So this is from Smashbox. It's so funny that I'm talking about Smashbox, because last week I did, I think, and before then I did never. And I always, like, I thought, where's Smashbox? Are they dying? Like, what's happening, you know? So there's Smashbox, and it's the Kylie Kissed face palette. Kylie Kissed. Okay, so California. Now I'm getting it. I'm not American, so I don't think in those terms, you know. Now I'm getting it. Okay, so I thought this was pretty. It might not be for every skin color. Maybe not, but I really like this palette. That's not really, you know, I can't really say much more. It's 4 shimmer highlights and 2 matte blush powders, and it retails, wow, for $39, which is, I think, a lot. For me, that is a lot of money for a face palette, but I do think it looks really nice, like sun-kissed and summer, and yeah, really nice. Also, the packaging is very fitting to the whole mood that I get from those colors, so I really like this. Okay, next thing was JLF Cosmetics, and they are coming out with bright loose pigment shadows, and it's the Rainbow Redux, and it looks like this. Okay, so there are 6 of them, and if I were not planning to buy the neon palette from Blush Tribe, I would maybe go for this. I think this is really nice, and I do, you know, I would probably not want to do a neon only look, but like as a highlight here and there, put a neon shade in. I think that could look really nice. Is there anything else that I need to tell you? These will be sold as a set as well as individual jars, and that's all I know. Okay, so this is JLF Cosmetics, and it looks pretty. It looks very vibrant and nice, so I like this. Then we have the Lucid Dreamer palette from Pretty Weird Cosmetics. That will release on the 25th, and it will, wow, there's certain words I always stumble over, that it will retail for $35, and this is how it looks. And okay, so there are a lot of hidden browns there in that palette. I wish they would have done like a colorful palette and then like a bundle, you know, a colorful palette. Colorful palette. Oh, a colorful palette. Let me see. It's 5 in the morning, so whew. And then like a sister palette that is neutral. Oh, okay. Anyway, so that would be much nicer for me, because of that I cannot buy this palette, because I don't need so many browns. Who in the world needs so many browns? If every single brand in every single palette comes out with all kinds of browns, who needs all that? I just don't understand, you know, who needs it? So everybody has browns at home, everybody, you know, some kind of palette. Like even I have at least 3 palettes that can give me more or less every brown I need. So I don't understand, and I think it's a missed opportunity, because the colorful shades are really, really pretty in here. So yeah, that's Sarris Cosmetics. And then I wanted to talk to you again about Colorpop, and I hope that till I'm editing this I will have a better picture, because the picture that I have here is really, really small and not very good. And this is, you remember that Colorpop came out with like the Disney princesses a while back, like a collection about the Disney princesses, and now they're coming back with the Disney villains. And while you know that I don't need cartoons and all of this, I don't need Minnie Mouse collections, and I don't need Goofy collections, and I don't need any of this, but as a general idea, it is nice, you know, to have like lovely colors for the princesses, and then dark and crunchy colors for the villains. But the execution is absolutely not what I would expect from the theme. If you look at the picture, and I hope I can include a big picture, this does not look like villains to me. And I'm going to show you in a second a palette that would much more fit, like in my imagination, would fit much more to the villains theme than this. This is way too lovely, it's way too nice and sweet, and it does not fit the title, you know. I don't like this. I like the palette a lot, but not with the title. Who is in charge of combining stuff there? I don't know, you know. So that is Colorpop. Do I know when this is coming out? It will be $22, that's what I know, and I don't know, nothing else. So okay, so that's that. So but I want to show you now is what I would much more consider a villain palette, and this is from Carroty, and it is the Let's Take It Back to the 90s. No, is that the, is it what it's called? No, it's Come As You Are. That's the name of the palette, and it looks like this. And while I am very much into the crunchy looks lately, maybe because it's still winter and I'm going more for the darker looks or something, but I personally do not think that this palette is super special, but I do feel, because it is overall much darker and crunchy than the other palette that we just saw, I think this would be much more like a villain kind of a palette, with these like dark browns and black and gray and like dark muddy olive green, and you know, things like this, like people dragging through the dirt kind of a thing, you know. I think this would be much more in the line of what Colorpop tried to do. Okay, so there are also liquid lipsticks that look really pretty, that are next to the palette. And do I have a price? I don't think so. I just know that you can get 10% off if you use the code TRENDMOOD. All right, and that's it. That's all I have for this week. That was fast, pretty fast, I think. So you let me know what your favorite was. Let me check. What was my favorite this week? I don't know. Would I buy any of this? Well, there are always the greens. For Leora, there are always the greens that I would potentially always want to buy. And I actually, I want to make an order from Emby Boutique maybe next month. It depends how the holiday of Pesach is going. That usually turns out to be really expensive. So, or maybe the month after, but it is definitely on my horizon, you know, to that I want to do that. I think that is my highlight, you know, that and those loose pigments from Blush Tribe. So it is the greens again for Leora. That's what it is. And yeah, my fails are Glam Light, definitely. And I think the Colorpop palettes from the Villain collection, because it's so sad. They could have done something really, really cool that is a good concept, but the execution was bad. While I do not think that the palette itself looks bad, it just is not the right palette for that theme. Alright, so that's it. You let me know what you think, what was your favorite, and what didn't you like. And besides that, if you have anything else that I should see, then please tag me in the picture on Instagram, so I'll go ahead and check it out and maybe talk about it next week, because there's always next week. Alright, so besides that, I hope you have a lovely, lovely day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I think tomorrow with my Purim special. So I hope to see you here again, and up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.